So do you ever have those days where you feel really sluggish and just dragging yourself around with no energy, and you find yourself kind of lurking from kind of one cup of coffee to a sugary snack to then just basically just feeling exhausted yet restless? What do we do about this? Well, enter the tapper. Now this fantastic product, which literally is made from bamboo, it is so sustainable, it's fantastic. It's as light as a feather, weighs 160 grams, and yet is incredibly strong. Now, what we do about this sluggish energy is we start to tap, because tapping is a very ancient technique which is called pai sha, which means percuss, flush. So it's a very similar technique to gua sha, which means press stroke flush, but we're using a different mechanic. Rather than using the press stroking of a small gua sha tool, here we are using this very dynamic aspect of massage, which is tapping. Like this. Now, thanks to the rather elongated shape of the tapper, it means that you can reach these hard to reach areas that are often at the culprit of making us feel that horrible, exhausted yet restless, sluggish feeling. And that is the upper back. Now, the upper back, often we find ourselves sort of reaching like this, going but it doesn't actually make any difference at all when you do that. What you need to do is grab your tapper and just tap up onto that upper area, taking a gorgeous, now deep breath at the same time. Makes a massive difference to how you feel. Now, how does it work? Well, one of the main reasons we feel tired is because the fundamental principle of good health, which is the free flow of circulation around your body, gets compromised with our modern lifestyles. We're very stressed, we're too sedentary, and we're not moving around enough. And as a result, that basic fundamental axis of circulation moving freely around the body gets obstructed. And then what happens is lymphatic fluids start to back up, things start to get stuck in the muscles, the fight or flight takes in, and then the blood goes into the muscles, and we're not moving around properly. Net result of all of this is we start to feel tense and we start to feel tired, and we need to move that circulation to unblock it, to allow everything to move freely around the body, thus invigorating lymph, invigorating circulation, and you will feel more energized. You will. You just do, because percussing the body wakes it up. So literally all you do when you tap is you start on the chest like this, taking a nice deep breath in, and then you start to tap all over the body, following the energetic passages of the channels, which is down the inside of the arms like this, and up the outside of the arms like this, over the all-important shoulders, making sure that you're tapping into the neck area as well. Tap at the base of the skull. You'll find yourself wanting to take deep breaths as you do it. You can linger over the soft joints here and here. This is really good for preventing joint pain later on. Then you take it around the digestive system. Very important to note that when the body gets stressed, which most of us happens pretty much multiple times a day, the body takes the circulation away from what it deems to be the peripheral organs, one of which is the digestion, and the body puts it into the muscles for fight or flight. So you could be eating the best diet and taking the best supplements, but if the digestion isn't receiving the blood correctly, then it's simply not going to get mobilized around the body. So you take your tapper and you tap in a clockwise direction around the abdomen like this, and then you'd go around the bum, down the outside of the legs, and up the inside like this. Now, the entire process takes about a minute. It really doesn't need to take any longer than that. So what I always suggest to people to do is to tap vigorously in the morning when you need to wake up, like I've just been showing you, dum-de-dum-de-dum. But if you need to relax and you want to go to sleep, now you can take the very same tool and do it in a slightly different way. Now, in this instance, what you do is you slow the tapping down. You slow it down and you focus more on the bottom half of the body, particularly the calves and the feet. So in this instance, I would slow the technique right down, perhaps put on a piece of soft music and just tap gently for a couple of minutes like this. and then just repeat on the other side. And tapping will make a massive difference to how you feel. This is why it's such an absolute favourite in the Hayo'u toolkit. It's such an essential piece of kit. It's very lightweight, anyone can use it, children can use it, the elderly can use it. If you're people with below the age of 16 and roughly above the age of 60, I recommend tapping slightly more gently than I've been showing, a bit more like this. And the more mature one gets, the more gentle one can become in turn. But it's a wonderfully effective technique for waking up the body, for assisting blood flow, for allowing that all-important energy to circuit freely and correctly around the body, leaving you feeling that all-important sensation of relaxed yet energized, rather than exhausted yet restless, which is what most of us feel most of the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like it and send it on to your friends, and do comment below and ask if there's anything more we can help you with. I'll be only too happy to help you on my YouTube channel.